wanted to.
Diecast Monster Truck Racing. With the All-American Throwdown just a couple of weeks away, 16 of the best Diecast Monster Trucks are about to go head-to-head, side-by-side drag racing, all trying to capture the overall points championship by the end of the July season and take home the SmashDown championship flag. Hi everyone, I'm your host tonight, Steve Bad to the Bones Jones, and we're getting ready to turn loose 16 of the baddest MTA superstars we have to offer here tonight in week 3 of the July season on SmashDown. Everybody has their sights set on downtown Metz Brown and Bigfoot as he currently hangs on to the SmashDown championship flag, trying to defend it with success. Here tonight, now as we take a look at how round 1 action will shake down, Son of a Digger will take on Wild Hair, Earthshaker's going to take on the Iron Warrior, Crustacean will take on Dragonoid, and then Whiplash will take on Brutus. On the other side of the bracket, Soldier Fortune taking on Hot Wheels, and then Devin Treat in the Bustin Loose Chevrolet get first crack at downtown Metz Brown and Bigfoot, a showdown you don't want to miss, no doubt. Up first at the line from Poplar Branch, North Carolina, Walker Stevens returning tonight in Son of a Digger, now ready to take on second generation driver Ethan Wagner in the Wild Hair Chevrolet, trying to capture his very first SmashDown championship win. We'll have an update as he's going to be changing trucks later on this year. Wild Hair takes on Son of a Digger. Week 3 of the July season kicks off now. And off the line they go down the straight track. Wild Hair got the early lead. Digger trying to come back, and Wild Hair will pull it out going across the finish line. Walker Stevens and Son of a Digger had all kinds of problems coming down the straight stretch on tonight's course. Here's another look at it, not by much, but Ethan Wagner in the Wild Hair Chevrolet is your round 1 winner here tonight over Son of a Digger. Next up here tonight, Cam Blank returning the Iron Warrior Ford all the way from Hagerstown, Maryland. Took home week 1 of the July season win. He's trying to get back to the top of the mountain here tonight. He is now taking on last week's finalist and new kid on the block, Ryan Kinney, over here in the Earthshaker, staged now on the inside lane. So both drivers are trying to get back to the final round. Who's it going to be as we go green? Off the line now they go. Earthshaker's got the early lead now. Warrior coming back. It is close, ladies and gentlemen. Earthshaker turns it over inside the shutdown area. Ryan Kinney absolutely sending it here tonight, trying to chase down the Iron Warrior machine. Both those drivers letting it all hang out here tonight in week 3 of the July season. Not sure who got the win as we go up and take another look here at the MTA replay. Off the line, Earthshaker did look like he had the early lead. Cam Blank and the Iron Warrior Ford making up the ground now, coming into the first jump. Flying high now over the last of the cars to the line. Cam Blank and Iron Warrior is your round 1 winner. Earthshaker going home tonight on the trailer, but not for the lack of trying. He was trying to take it all the way to the end, much like last week. Unfortunately, sent it upside down. Now the MTA track crew and officials are down there to roll Ryan Kinney and the Earthshaker machine back over. A little bit of cosmetic damage done to the truck. His crew's going to be down in the pits tonight thrashing. Hopefully we'll have an update for you later on tonight or later this week on the MTA Facebook page. Nonetheless, Ryan Kinney and the crew have got some work to do to the old Earthshaker machine out of competition here tonight. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, week 3 of the July season, round 1 action coming at you. Keith Cromwell, the Monster Lobster, returns in Crustacean, trying to capture his very first SmashDown championship win. Now ready to take on Aaron Church, who's been out here just as long. The Bakugan Dragonoid machine now staged on the inside lane. Former one-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, trying to make it right here tonight on SmashDown as we get closer to the end of the season. Both trucks staged now, we're looking for green. Off the line now, Crustacean got the early lead. Dragonoid in all kinds of trouble, and the Monster Lobster pulls it out. But Aaron Church and Dragonoid wasn't going away. He put up a tough fight there going across the last of the cars, which is now taking us down to the MTA photo finisher winner, Keith Cromwell had crustacean by about half a truck over Aaron Church here tonight in Dragonoid. Next up in round 1 competition at the line, Sarah Picard returns in the 41 wheelies. Whiplash now staged at the line, trying to get out of round 1 this week. However, she will draw up against Greg Durbin, the old MTA veteran himself, former 3-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, former driver of Saigon Shaker in the Backdraft Dodge, now hailing out of Columbus, Michigan, driving Brutus. Stage over here on the inside lane. Here's the green light now. Off the line they go. Brutus got the early lead on him. Looks like Whiplash trying to come up with it. Greg Durbin pulls it out over the Whiplash machine, puts the rookie on the trailer early here tonight as Greg Durbin and Brutus will advance on into round 2 competition. A great run, no doubt. Just not enough for the old Whiplash machine. Next up in round 1, all the way from Paxton, Illinois, Ethan Medlin returns in the futuristic SUV. Team Meents now staged at the line over here on the outside lane. He is drawn up against Mike Lanford, who is really taking a liking and has this equipment dialed in. The Felon Chevrolet now staged on the inside lane, trying to get a big win here tonight. He's got to go through Team Meents here in round 1 action. Who's it going to be going to round 2? The green light drops down now. The Felon and Team Meents are at it. Down the straight stretch to the last of the cars, and Meents rolls it over. What a race it is, as Mike Lanford wasn't giving an inch to Team Meents all the way down, and Ethan Medlin going for a wild ride over there on the outside lane as we go back to our MTA replay, trying to break down what happened. Both drivers did cut a great light as they come down that straight stretch. Watch your far lane. Ethan Medlin and Team Meents, a front engine truck, no sway bar. As he goes to the last of the cars, the truck noses over, going end over end. Lanford and the Felon getting the round 1 victory here tonight. An incredible race. But next up, the Idaho Wildman, Chris Walker's returns in the Jester lane. Jester now up at the starting line. He is now taking on new kid on the block, Shane Jackson, in the Nightmare GMC stage on the outside lane. He's trying to come up out of round 1 here tonight. He's got to go through the big bad Jester over here on the outside lane. Both these drivers want to win bad. Fairly new to the MTA circuit. Who's it going to be? Here's the green light off the line. Nightmare got the whole shot. Jester coming back down. It's even to the line, and Jester pulls it out. Chris Walker's the Idaho Wildman, getting a huge win here tonight in round 1 over Shane Jackson in the Nightmare GMC, who put up a tough fight, just not enough here tonight in round 1 competition. What an incredible matchup it was, no doubt. But next up, Soldier Fortune, Jade Reynolds, who took the June season by sensation. Soldier Fortune ready to go. He is now ready to take on Nicholas Moore, who was a huge impression out there on the Thursday Night Thunder scene in that brand new Ford Raptor Hot Wheels. He's trying to take names out here on SmashDown here tonight. It's going to be a shootout, no doubt, to the finish line. Soldier Fortune taking on Hot Wheels. Who's it going to be as we go green? Off the line, down they go. There's Dead Even coming to the first jump down the straight track to the line. There it's close. What an incredible matchup as both those drivers smacked the wall nearly at the same time. You talk about a great race. Nicholas Moore, Jade Reynolds, Hot Wheels, and Soldier Fortune absolutely throwing it down. Here's a look at your photo finish. Your winner, Nicholas Moore and Hot Wheels, will take out Soldier Fortune here tonight in round 1 competition by about 3/4 of a truck. And now as we get ready to close out round 1 action, Devin Treat, former 1-time SmashDown champion, the Bustin Loose Chevrolet, all the way from Conroe, Texas, now ready to take on downtown Mitch Brown. You know the name, ladies and gentlemen, the Big Bad Ford, all the way from Pacific, Missouri. Mitch Brown and Bigfoot stage on the outside lane, trying to hang on to the championship flag here tonight. Ford versus Chevrolet, veteran versus rookie. Who's taking the win to round 2? Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. They go. Bigfoot got the lead. Bustin Loose coming back now, and Bigfoot will hang on to the flag here tonight, closing out round 1 action. Devin Treat had some problems. Not sure what let go on the truck. Maybe an input shaft inside the transmission. Just seemed to lose power down the straight stretch. But ladies and gentlemen, Bigfoot still holds on to the championship flag. We got round 2 action coming up next. Don't go anywhere. More great racing still to come here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention for just one moment, we want to take you over to the Midwest Madness YouTube channel, where they hold Diecast Racing once a month. Get ready to romp and stomp on their track as Midwest Madness puts on some of the most spectacular shows you will ever see on YouTube for Monster Truck Diecast Racing. Watch the carnage unfold, bodies get destroyed, and some downhole great racing action with 32 of the best monster trucks throwing it down on the Midwest Madness YouTube channel. You can find all their social medias on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and I'll post a link in our description. Welcome back to SmashDown, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed round one action because now round two kicks off. Wild Hair will take on Iron Warrior. Cross Station taking on Brutus. Other side of the bracket, Jester taking on the Felon. And then Hot Wheels gets a shot at the champion, Mitch Brown and Bigfoot. Up at the line right now, second generation driver, Ethan Wagner. Hasn't looked this good in a while. Round one action came at you. He took home the win. He's ready to go in the Chevrolet camp. He will now take on Cam Blank out of Hagerstown, Maryland, the Iron Warrior Ford. Staged over on the outside lane, who took home week one of the July season victory. He's trying to get back to the top of the mountain here tonight. Ethan Wagner isn't going to lay down for anybody. Ford Chevrolet. Warner and Wild Hair down the straight stretch. They go. Warriors pull the lead on Wild Hair, trying to come back and can't make up the ground. And Cam Blank in the Iron Warrior Ford advances on into semi-final action. A great race, no doubt. And Wild Hair will be put on the trailer early in round two competition here tonight. We'll see Iron Warrior back. Next up in round two, Monster Lobster himself, Keith Cromwell and Cross Station back at the line to take on an old rival, Greg Durbin and Brutus, all the way out of Columbus, Michigan. These two, 3 Thursday Night Thunder championships to each credit. Both of them trying to get a first SmashDown championship win here tonight. One of them's going home on the trailer. Brutus staged now to take on Cross Station. Who's it going to be? Green light drops down now. Brutus got the whole shot. Cross Station still right there with him to the left of the cars. What a race! An incredible matchup by two Monster Truck Attitude veterans here tonight. Cross Station wasn't going away and neither was Brutus. Both of them fought it out all the way down to the finish line. A great matchup. And now as we go down and check out our MTA photo finish, your winner, Keith Cromwell on the Monster Lobster. Cross Station just barely edging out Brutus over there in the far lane. And now, ladies and gentlemen, next up in round two, the Idaho Wildman returns in Jester. Chris Walker's at the wheel, now ready to take on Mike Lanford in the Felon Chevrolet again, who's taking a huge liking to that brand new truck. He is ready to go here on the outside lane. The Chevrolet camp looking strong here tonight. Mike Lanford made his debut on the very first episode of Thursday Night Thunder. Now finds himself in a brand new piece of equipment, trying to take it to victory lane. Can he knock off Jester? Who's it going to be? Rookie and veteran now down the straight stretch. They're dead even going into the first jump to the last of the car now, and what a race! Both drivers throwing it down. These guys are absolutely killing it tonight. The track is working good out of both lanes. Not sure who got the win. As we go back to your MTA photo finish, your winner, Mike Lanford in the Felon Chevrolet, just barely edging out Chris Walkerston Jester here tonight. What a matchup. And the racing simply does not get better than this, ladies and gentlemen. Now we close out round two action. Nicholas Moore again took Thursday Night Thunder by storm since his debut earlier this year. Hot Wheels ready to go. Now ready to take on the Ford BDS Supercharged Bigfoot all the way from Pacific, Missouri. So it's a battle of the Blue Oval Brigade here tonight. Which Ford will advance on in the semifinals? Bigfoot trying to hang on to the championship flag. Nicholas Moore wants it bad. Who's it going to be? Moving on in the semis. Both trucks stage. Here's the green light now. Off the line they go. Danny been coming down the straight stretch. Here we got a race, ladies and gentlemen, to the line. What a matchup here as both Ford power plants were throwing it down. Clean clear to the shutdown area. A great race, no doubt about it, but downtown Mitch Brown, your winner here tonight in round two, knocking out Nicholas Moore and the Hot Wheels, who put up one heck of a fight, no doubt about it. And ladies and gentlemen, it's now down to the nitty-gritty. 4 trucks are left out of 16. Will Bigfoot hang on to the championship flag to close out week 3 of the July season? We're going to find out next, because semifinal action is coming up next. And ladies and gentlemen, if you can't get enough Diecast Monster Truck Racing, we told you about our friends over at Midwest Madness. We want to take you over to another YouTube channel. That is Monster Truck Championship. They throw down each and every week for the Monster Truck Wars on Monday nights at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you can't get enough Diecast Racing, be sure to go check out Monster Truck Championship over on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You won't regret it. They got some of the top trucks in the league, and they're ready to throw down for you each and every week on Monday nights. And welcome back to week 3 of the July season here tonight on SmashDown. We've got semifinal action coming right into your living room. Cam Blank and Iron Warrior will take on Keith Cromwell and Cross Station. Other side of the bracket, 2 MTA veterans, Mike Lanford and the Felon, taking on Mitch Brown and Bigfoot. Championship flag will be on the line. And up first, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Hagerstown, Maryland, Cam Blank and the Iron Warrior Ford trying to get back to the top of the mountain and take home another SmashDown Championship win. He draws up against MTA veteran himself in the Monster Lobster Crustacean. Keith Cromwell, former three-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, stays now on the outside lane. Which truck moves on to the final round? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out. Both trucks are going to lay it down. Green light drops down off the line. Iron Warrior got the early lead on Crustacean over the finish line, and Cam Blank is now in the finals here tonight. For the second time of the July season, Crustacean put up a good run, just not enough for the big Ford horsepower and Iron Warrior as he moves on to the finals. The question remains, who will meet him there? Is it going to be Mike Lanford in the Felon Chevrolet, one SmashDown Championship to his credit, or will it be returning downtown Mitch Brown, reigning and defending SmashDown champion in the brand new Bigfoot stage over here on the outside lane? A Ford Chevrolet shootout. Two MTA veterans are throwing it down. Championship flag is on the line. Who meets Cam Blank and Iron Warrior in week 3 of July season finals? Green light goes down and off the line. They're dead even down to the first up. Bigfoot got the lead. The Felon comes back. Mike Lanford pulled it out at the end of the run. Some problems there for downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot. Looks like maybe a sway bar cut loose or the 4-link bar let go coming over that first jump. What a matchup it was. Here's another look at your MTA replay off the line. Mitch Brown and Bigfoot was laying the hammer down. Watch the Bigfoot in the far lane. Something goes wrong right about here. The truck kicked over to the side and Lanford capitalized, taking home the win, dethroning the champion here tonight. What a matchup and a huge upset, no doubt. But that now sets the stage for the final round showdown here tonight in week 3 of the July season. The Felon will take on Iron Warrior next after the break.
This isn't your typical motorsports podcast. You're listening to Crush This, a monster truck podcast presented by High Octane Coffee and J Concepts. A show where we take you inside the minds of your favorite drivers, past and present, of the monster truck industry. And now, your hosts, Brad Shaw and Dan Chichagash. Buckle in. The show starts now.
And welcome back to SmashDown, ladies and gentlemen. Week 3 of the July season, and it's down to the finals. A Ford Chevrolet shootout. Rookie versus veteran. Cam Blank's been out here many times before. Tonight, he will find himself against Mike Lanford in the Felon Chevrolet. Again, a brand new piece of equipment that everybody's been talking about. It's been working well for him. However, Cam Blank and the Iron Warrior Ford, who staged over here on the outside lane, picked up his first championship win at the top of the season. He's trying to put it back up there here tonight and get as many points as possible. Who's taking home the win here tonight? The Felon taking on Iron Warrior. Ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime here tonight on SmackDown. The Felon's got the early lead. Iron Warrior trying to make up the ground, and Mike Lanford will pull it out. The Felon Chevrolet takes out the big bad Ford Oval here tonight as Mike Lanford and the Felon captures his second SmashDown Championship win, and Iron Warrior put up a good matchup, no doubt. As we take another look at the MTA replay off the line, the Chevrolet camp put the horsepower down. Iron Warrior looks like he may have blown out the tires at the start line, coming all the way down the straight stretch. About a truck length lead for Lanford and the Felon, taking home his second win here tonight over Cam Blank and Iron Warrior. A great run, no doubt, by both drivers. But ladies and gentlemen, please help me in congratulating Mike Lanford and the Felon Chevrolet on your second SmashDown Championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look at the overall point standings closing out week 3 of the July season, rounding out your top 5, downtown Mitch Brown and Bigfoot still holds the overall points lead with 155 points. Cam Blank, tonight's finalist, and Iron Warrior with 145 points. Your winner tonight, Mike Lanford and the Felon with 140, and rounding out your top 5, Greg Durbin and Brutus with 125, and Ryan Kenny and Earthshaker with 110 points. And folks, we still got a lot more great racing still to come all SmashDown season for the month of July. Thank you guys so much for coming out and watching the show tonight. We appreciate everything you do for the MTA YouTube channel. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll get you down the road.